This week, we completely nerd out about finally receiving that Avengers Doomsday trailer. We talk about the Blue Beetle returning to the new DCU. We go over all kinds of new movies and shows coming to streaming this week, and a whole lot more. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse. Warning.
Red alert.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
That's the emergency alert.
This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And just as you've guessed it, guys, we are back to talk about all the really cool things happening out there in the pop culture universe. But before we jump into all of that, Taylor, what have you been nerding out about this week, man?
This week I've been nerding out about the Valiant universe, the original. I'm really close to finishing collecting 2 or 3 of the series. They're really easy to get a hold of. It's just I've been organically picking them up instead of going out and being like, I'm going to go on Amazon and buy this whole run.
Yeah.
I've been organically, once in a blue moon, I'll go out and hit quarter bins or 50-cent bins or dollar bins and find that way. So I went out with my friend Gage to a couple comic book stores on Saturday.
Okay.
And yeah, I picked up some books.
Very cool. You just reminded me talking about quarter books and stuff like that. I know Elite Comics, a lot of people talk about back in the day, Clint's Comics had their main store in Kansas City, but then they also had Clint's Comics East or something like that, whatever they called it officially, where there was a separate location over on the Overland Park side of things. Well, Elite Comics just purchased a brand new, I guess, warehouse space, and it's basically over at the Ranch Mart South Shopping Center. I think it's near 95th and Metcalf area, something like that. I might be getting that mistaken, but that sounds about right. But they kind of have their own East location now as well, and they're going to be doing a big event on, Saturday, August 15th from 9 a.m. to 4, and they're going to have all kinds of sales, and I think he said over $50,000 comics and a ton of toys and games and cards and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, you talking about the cheap comic bins made me think of that event that's coming up in their new space, and that's kind of cool.
It is really cool. I might have to hit that up.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm nerding out about... Okay, so we've lived in our new house in Bonner Springs for about 4 years now. And I don't know what it was. When we moved, I think I stopped just watching a handful of the shows I watched. And one of those shows being Rick and Morty. I don't know why. It wasn't a conscious decision. It just kind of happened. So right now that show is in its 9th season.
Oh my God.
Yeah, season 9. And I guess technically season 10, if you count that weird anime season they did. But I guess I stopped watching around season 4. So the past couple weeks, I've been kind of majorly binging through Rick and Morty, and now I'm halfway through season 7. So I'm almost caught up. And man, I forgot how hilarious this show is. Hilarious and clever. And don't get me wrong, stupid humor and definitely has very raunchy moments, but that show is so funny and so clever. And it just gets better and better.
Yeah, that's great. I hear it gets really dark.
It definitely has some dark moments, even as far as where I am right now. I think I said I'm in the middle of season 7, so this would have been maybe late season 5, early season 6. It had some real dark stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
It's hilarious. And I have not yet watched the Rick and Morty anime, but I think once I'm fully caught up, there's only maybe 10 episodes of it. I'm going to watch that because it looks hilarious. It's just the same show, just anime style. I don't know. It definitely not for the kiddos, but definitely hilarious and clever.
Not for the kiddos, but much for us.
Very much for us. All right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and jump into the news. Okay, so the big news that I'm the most excited about this week is there was a whole bunch of rumors that we were going to get that Avengers Doomsday trailer during San Diego Comic-Con, which is still a week away. But as of us recording today, they dropped it this morning. and it was amazing.
Yeah, I still haven't quite digested it
Yeah.
properly, I think. But yeah, it's everything that was described to us, it's there. There are some from when those little vignette trailers or whatever they had, the
Uh-huh.
teasers. There were some moments from those.
Yep.
Did you notice that
Yeah, I did.
in the trailer? Which I'm glad because I don't want anything really spoiled for this movie. And
That's what
I
I was
think
thinking.
there are really cool things they showed in the trailer, like the Shang-Chi Gambit fight is going to be epic.
Oh, yes.
I'm glad they showed just a little bit of it though, but even though seeing it not on the trailer, just seeing it in the theater, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of fights that we won't see in the trailers that are even cooler than that.
Oh, for sure.
I hear there's a Nightcrawler fight that with another character that's supposed to be really cool.
Yes.
So shout out to Alan Cummings too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you ever watched his show Traders?
Yes. That's such a fun show.
It is an amazing show. Lauren got me obsessed with it. I was at first I was really skeptical because I'm not a reality show person at all.
Yeah.
But I sat there and watched it with her, and then I was like, all right, I'll watch another one.
Yeah. I love the season with Ron Funches. That's a good one.
But yeah, we've watched all of them now. So
Yes.
we're like waiting for the new season of Traders.
That's awesome. It was cool seeing all the X-Men that we saw in that trailer
Yes.
with the colorful suits and the accurate suits. Mystique
Mhm.
looked amazing with her comic accurate suit.
Yeah.
Cyclops did. Oh man, we saw, you already mentioned Gambit. He was awesome. Of course, we saw some of the classics, Magneto, Professor Xavier, but it was also cool to see a bunch of the Thunderbolts in there. And we saw Mystique turn into Yelena, which was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. I'm excited to see who else she turns into.
Oh, I know.
I feel like that power is going to be really useful or really important in
I agree.
this.
Yep. And, oh man, who else? Oh, the Fantastic Four. Oh, we saw Namor again. That was cool.
Twice.
Yeah.
He was in the trailer twice, which made me think that he's an important character.
Yeah.
He's going to be like one of the more main characters, which I think is awesome. I think some people were upset about the way he looked when that Black Panther 2 came out.
Yeah.
Get
we
over yourself.
saw a bunch of Wakandans. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a ton of Wakandans.
I can't wait. And let's see, by the time this podcast episode comes out, we're only a week away from Spider-Man Brand New Day.
You know what? Speaking of Spider-Man, you know who wasn't in the trailer?
Who's that?
Spider-Man.
Right. I have a feeling they're holding something close to the vest, because this movie's coming out next week. And there's all kinds of rumors with that movie as well. Like they just dropped a rumor that there's going to be a Doctor Doom cameo in that movie.
Shut up.
Yeah. So that's not a confirmed thing. That's just one of the latest rumors from these rumor sites right now. And along with that, it said there's only going to be one post-credit scene. A lot of the Marvel movies have two, but this one's only going to have one, it said. And I wonder if that would be some kind of a Doctor Doom thing.
Oh, yeah, like a Thanos, the two different Thanos after credit scenes.
Yes. I also wonder at what point is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, going to see Doom and it's going to put him into some kind of, need for therapy because he looks like Tony Stark.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he should be in therapy anyway because of everything that's going on.
Oh, for sure.
There should be a Marvel therapist. I'm sure there is one in continuity, but like a superhero therapist.
How could he do that without them thinking he's crazy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Unless it's a therapist that directly works with like metahumans.
Yeah, he does need that.
So you know who would really benefit from a metahuman therapist?
Who's that?
Just throw out any superhero name. I can tell you number one.
The first one that came to my mind, but he's not really superpowered, was the Punisher.
Was the Punisher for you? See, I thought Batman.
I was only thinking Marvel, but yeah, you are definitely right. Batman definitely needs some therapy, some family therapy.
Just a whole fistful of therapy.
Right? Hey, look, little boy, I'm going to adopt you into my extremely rich family, but also teach you to fight hand-to-hand combat with the craziest people in our city.
It is child endangerment at a certain level.
Right? Well, let's see. There's a lot of rumors right now talking about the very first movie post Secret Wars is going to be the new MCU X-Men reboot. It'll be the very first thing we get after Secret Wars.
I'm
And
so pumped for that.
oh, yeah. If that's true, I'm super down. And the past week, there's been tons of talk about who's going to be cast and all this and all that. So there's been nothing officially said, but there's been a lot of rumors, and some of them are kind of cool. One of the rumors was that Adam Driver might be playing the MCU's Magneto, which was interesting.
I heard Mr. Sinister.
And yeah, that's what I was going to say. In the same week, another rumor said, well, he might be playing Mr. Sinister. So honestly, I think either one of those would be cool.
I would like Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. There's another rumor that Patrick Wilson, aka, Ocean Master from the Snyderverse Aquaman movies, might be playing Professor Xavier. That was another interesting one.
I could see that.
Yeah. He'll have to shave his head. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
A couple more. There was a rumor saying that Indy Navarrete, and if you don't know who that is, she was Lana's daughter on Superman and Lois, so Lois and Clark's son's girlfriend. But she was also in that recent horror movie called Obsession. She was the main girl. But there's a rumor that she might be playing Rogue in the MCU.
Okay.
What were you about to say about Obsession?
I really want to see that. I haven't seen it.
My daughter went with a bunch of school friends to see it. She said it was the craziest horror movie she's ever seen.
I know that a couple of our friends at work were like, it kind of messed me up. Like,
Yeah, that's what my
I
kid
was,
said.
I was like, this movie kind of messed me up. I kind of need a break from horror movies for a little bit. That's how I felt after I watched Hereditary. Have you ever seen that?
I know about it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Or Midsummer.
Yep,
That was one.
same there. I know about that one, but I haven't seen it either.
My goodness. They're very good movies. All of them just make you sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
Not even like it's like, I don't know how to explain it. You just feel awful.
Yeah,
And it's like they're really good movies because they make you feel that way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's this whole it accomplished its goal to make you feel just uneasy.
yep,
But they're not traditional scary. Like it's not like jump scares. It's not like slasher movies where it's like at a certain point they're kind of funny.
yeah,
It's like stuff that's like you don't think about that's scary. And the stuff that you don't want to think about. And it kind of makes you think about the stuff that you don't want to think about. And that's what makes it so unnerving.
yeah.
But yeah, they're like A24 does a ton of those.
Oh, yeah.
Their horror movies always tend to be really good.
There was another final X-Men rumor that this new young up-and-coming actor named Cooper Hoffman, he was in that movie The Long Walk based on that Stephen King book.
Okay.
The rumor is that he might be playing Cyclops in the MCU. And out of all these rumors, just looking at photos of these people, that was the only one that I just don't see it. But that doesn't mean it's bad if it happens. But anyway, those were just some of the rumors out there floating around. But having said that, the biggest rumor of all was that this coming weekend during San Diego Comic-Con, there's going to be a lot of Marvel stuff for the first time in a while because they've been tending to keep it with Disney at their D23 event and stuff. But it sounds like there's going to be a huge X-Men cast announcement at this Marvel event at San Diego Comic-Con. So
Oh, that's rad.
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
That would be super awesome. I would love that.
Another Marvel San Diego Comic-Con rumor is that we will finally be getting a Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse trailer also during that event. So I hope so.
Man, I'm so ready for that. Remember when we saw that movie at like a Juneteenth celebration?
Yeah, I just got to see a pre-screening of it.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was so awesome. And that was, man, years ago. That was so long ago.
It was so long ago.
It'll be crazy if they've held it this tight for this long because it might tie into Doomsday or Secret Wars or something. That'd be kind of crazy.
Would it be?
Crazy cool, I mean. Not crazy as in unbelievable, but crazy as in awesome.
Yeah.
I kind of hope they do that.
Because I'm not 100% certain it doesn't tie in
Right?
at some point.
Yep. So Tom Holland was recently in an interview, and we know that he's our favorite lovable, loose-lipped actor when it comes to a lot of things. And he didn't really say anything spoilery, but a couple of things that he did say was the ending of Brand New Day has this major twist that we do not see coming. And so far, every trailer we've seen has only been stuff from the first act of the movie. So we haven't even seen anything from later in the movie, according to what he said about the trailers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why I think the villain, him fighting villains, is going to be a montage.
I could totally see that happening because it's probably going to help us catch up with what he's been up to since the world doesn't remember him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Last week we talked a little bit about Moon Knight is supposed to show up in a Daredevil project, and that's how it was worded last week. But this week it's being worded as Moon Knight is possibly going to be showing up in Daredevil season 3. So I think that'll be really cool to see that happen.
That would be rad.
And all this Doomsday talk that we've been talking about, they did just finally release a runtime, and it's going to be the second longest Marvel movie that exists, only next to Endgame, which Endgame is being re-released a month before Doomsday, and it's going to have about 7 to 8 additional minutes with extra footage that makes it tied directly into Doomsday. So they found a way to make Endgame even longer.
Well, I mean, I would probably wind up going to see it.
For sure. I know I'm going to.
I'm just like, I've been so on the fence about it, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, my parents did the same thing for Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? I think that's when I saw Star Wars in theaters for the first time. Like, the original trilogy was when they re-released it with the, what's that cut called?
You're talking about just the original cut of Star Wars?
Yeah, and then he re-released them in theaters with all the extra stuff in it and the CGI added in. That's
Yep.
the one I saw Star Wars like in theaters for the first time as a kid. It's
Gotcha.
kind of like the same thing with Endgame is like what I'm saying is like there'll be a whole bunch of people who are like, hey, I'm gonna bring my kid to this.
Yeah. My younger kids hadn't watched it at all. So a couple of months ago, we might have talked about this. We finally sat down and watched it. And then they announced this new re-release with additional footage. And I was thinking, dang, man, I really just spent 3 hours and I'm going to do it again here in just a couple of months.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that just to see the stuff they add. I can't wait.
Oh, for sure.
The final thing I have this week with Marvel is they kind of announced that this long talked about Armor Wars movie is supposedly no longer happening, but a big chunk of the storyline they were going with is being shifted into a new Iron Man reboot after Secret Wars. So,
Okay.
yeah, we can take that however we will, I guess. Over with DC, they just announced that the actor Zolo Maraduena, who played Jaime Reyes, aka Blue Beetle, in that movie a couple years ago, that character, that actor, is going to be showing up in The Man of Tomorrow. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was wondering when there was going to be some connectivity with that movie.
Yeah. And not only his character, but a handful of other characters are going to be showing up. And it sounds like this movie, it's not going to be a Justice League movie, but there's going to be so many appearances that this is going to be some kind of a backdoor introduction to the new DCU's Justice League.
Whoa.
Also, this news got me thinking about a lot of stuff. The Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman, the Batman 2 has been delayed until 2028.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So wouldn't it be kind of crazy if they just decided, let's just make this our Batman? Because there's no reason they couldn't do that. But I don't know. The way they keep delaying it, but at the same time saying they want to get all this stuff done so they can bring in their Batman, why would you delay it if you're trying to quickly rush your Batman? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. As you've said, you want your Batman a little more comic booky and a little more outrageous. And this is a very serious, dry cut version of Batman. So
Yeah.
that wouldn't be ideal, but I don't know. They've delayed that movie till 2028. So I guess I gotta wait a little longer. Annoying.
That's so stupid.
The final thing this week with DC is there was a little bit of talk about the Lanterns series, and there's a big rumor that Hal Jordan dies in the first episode, which kind of reshapes the whole Lantern story, kind of, and it makes Jon Stewart the sole focus of that series. But again, that's just a rumor, and that would kind of suck, unless they were going towards some like parallax thing or something.
Or he's making the Bruce Timm Justice League.
Right. That would totally be kind of cool. Actually, now that I think about it, make that their Justice League. We already got Hawkgirl. Then, yeah, we would have obviously Superman, Green Lantern. It sounds like we're going to be seeing Martian Manhunter in The Man of Tomorrow. So that would just leave Flash and Batman and Wonder Woman.
Eh?
Yeah. Let's see. Star Wars, not a lot of Star Wars news. The only thing they had was actually some video game news. And it sounds like Star Wars Jedi 3 is supposedly going to be the character Cal Kestis' final mission and also his darkest mission. And that is set to come out early 2027. And I guess speaking of video games, there's all kinds of video game news. It sounds like Rocksteady is working on a Batman Beyond video game that'll be kind of like the Arkham games, but Batman Beyond. And that sounds awesome.
That'll be all neon and super future cool.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the trailer in the past couple days of the PS5 Wolverine game?
Is there another trailer that just released?
Guess so. I just saw it for the first time. It came up on my feed yesterday, and maybe it's been out for a while. but I just saw it for the first time. But it looked awesome. The graphics were crazy.
Graphics are insane. I saw the first trailer. Maybe there's a new one I've missed. I'll have to check. But
Maybe.
yeah, it looks unbelievable. Is Omega Red in the trailer you saw?
I don't remember seeing Omega Red in the one I saw.
Okay, cool. Then it might be another one. I'm
I
excited.
saw Lady Deathstrike was in the one I saw. And there was a lot of time hopping. It was showing him in different eras in the one I saw as well.
Yeah.
The other video game news I had was the Ocarina of Time remake will be up for pre-order on August 4th. So for folks who want to pre-order it, that's when it'll be available. They're really trying to get me to buy a Nintendo Switch too, man.
Yeah, I mean, it'll happen. I was talking to Lauren about it, and I was like, kind of want to get this because, she's like,
Yep.
well, maybe around holidays.
That's kind of what
Yeah.
we were discussing here. Like, well, this might be Christmas.
If it plays original Switch games, which it most likely won't, does
I
it play?
heard that it's backwards compatible.
Okay. Well, then,
Try to sell the old one and get a new one or something like that.
yeah.
Well, elsewhere, out there in the pop culture universe, there's kind of a lot going on. That recent Masters of the Universe movie comes to Prime Video on July 22nd. So by the time you guys are listening to this, you could stream that movie if you want to. It was actually my biggest surprise of the year. I loved it so much. I expected to go on there and feel like, oh, okay, it's Morbin time, just something like that. But
Yeah.
I very much loved it. And everything I'm reading online, everyone's saying the same thing. So people who haven't seen it, July 22nd, go stream that thing. The new Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender movie will be on Paramount Plus on the 25th, so also later this week. But at the same time, they're doing a very limited theatrical run July 24th through the 30th at select theaters around the country. So one way or another, folks can see that movie. And yeah, that's so awesome. I love Avatar so much. It's going to be great. Oh, let's see. The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum has entered production. They're already working on it. And that's going to hit the theaters December 17th, 2027.
Jeez.
Another thing hitting screens this week is that new Big Bang Theory spinoff called Stuart Fails to Save the Multiverse. That hits HBO Max July 23rd. So as of this episode being out, you can already go watch that. It looks kind of crazy, kind of amazing. Have you seen the trailer for it?
No.
So if you can picture some of the kind of goofy characters, you got Stuart and Bert and all those side characters. Well, they're the stars of this show. And apparently they stumble upon this box that Leonard and Sheldon created, and somehow it shoots them throughout the multiverse. And they keep going to all these bad dimensions. Like there's a whole Nazi dimension and there's a whole Matrix looking dimension and all this stuff. And these random side characters from that show kind of have to save the multiverse, it seems like. It looks hilarious. The fact that they threw some actual sci-fi into that world is kind of funny to me. I can't wait to watch it later this week.
Oh, awesome. I bet it's funny.
I hope so. Plus, it's on HBO Max, so they don't have the same regulations as being on CBS.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers just announced that they are officially rebooting Thundercats. There's going to be a new Thundercats movie coming to reboot that franchise.
Oh, wow. I wonder if they'll give it the He-Man treatment.
Hope so. Now, this didn't say live action, it just said reboot, but I'd be down either way. I'll watch it either way. Okay, the director of Evil Dead Burn. It sounds like there's a big rumor right now that that guy is in talks to reboot the Mask movie, and it's going to be a little bit darker and more violent and more horror feeling.
Yeah, so it's more like the comic.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting if that's true. Okay, there's this new God of War live action series coming, and the actor Ryan Hurst, who people probably know from all kinds of stuff, Sons of Anarchy, Walking Dead, it sounds like he harmed himself accidentally on the set, and they just can't stick around and wait around for him to recover. So they have completely recast his character. It sounds like he was playing the main character.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of sucks for him. The Spawn reboot is finally in full production at Blumhouse, so they're working on that right now. Oh, there's this new series coming to Peacock called Crystal Lake, which is in the Jason Voorhees stories, that universe. And it sounds like they're releasing all 8 episodes of that whole series on Peacock on October 15th. So that's coming up. Sounds like there's a new Leprechaun movie in the works.
Leprechaun.
Yep. They did just announce that there's a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre series and movie, both in the works. And there's a remake of the original Exorcist movie, and this one is starring Scarlett Johansson. And that one actually just wrapped up filming, and it's going to be released March 12th, 2027. So lots of horror stuff happening. The last couple things here actually have to do with Disney. They just announced they're giving The Princess and the Frog, the live action remake, treatment. So soon we're getting that. And the actor, Coleman Domingo, is actually co-writing it, they said. So that's kind of cool. Speaking of these live action remakes, last week, my daughters really wanted to see the live action Moana. And I'm not going to lie, I did not go in there with high expectations, but it was pretty good.
Right on.
I'm not gonna lie, beat for beat, it was pretty much the cartoon, but with real people. But there was just something about it happening with real people that, I don't know, the father-daughter stuff and the stuff with the grandma dying and all that. Spoilers for this movie that's been out a decade. But I don't know, it got the emotions a few times, so I enjoyed it a lot more than I figured I would.
Yeah.
Also, the final thing I have here, we've talked about this before. Disney is making a live action Tangled, but they actually just released the first images. So you can see Flynn and Rapunzel in these images. And so if that's something you want to see, go check it out. It's available now.
Right.
And I guess before we wrap things up, was there any new wrestling news this week?
Not this week.
Okay. Well, hey guys, there's a lot going on. So make sure you're going and watching that Doomsday trailer for sure. Make sure you're getting all prepped for the new Spider-Man movie next week. My kids and I started a complete Spider-Man rewatch, and we are about to start the Andrew Garfield movies. So we got about a week and a half to finish this up before the new one, and I can't wait. But hey, as for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxford.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor channel, same Taylor time.
Bye.
Bye.